What's going on, people of YouTube? It's your boy M. Lee, and I'm here to give you guys an unboxing / overview of the Optoma HD141X projector. Now, me personally, I got this projector for gaming and for movies. Now, there's a lot of different projector models that Optoma makes. This in particular one is probably, I'll say it's the mid-range one, mid to high range. There's another one above this one that's about $150 more. It's made for, it's advertised that it's made for Xbox One and PS4 and last gen console gaming. Maybe that one has a lot of different HDMI hookups. I forgot exactly how that one looks. I know it's white and I know it's made for gaming. That was around $750. I got mine for $600. And then there's another one that I was looking at a long time ago, about 4 years ago, and that one's still kind of expensive, around $850, which was the one I thought I had, but it's not. But still, with this one, it still does a good job. We're going to get into that in a second. But first, let's talk about how it looks cosmetically. When you first take it out the box, you notice the piano black. Once you pull the plastic off the top of it, it looks real nice and glossy. It shouldn't get any fingerprints at all if you got it mounted somewhere, especially on the ceiling, and you're using the remote instead of pressing the buttons on the actual projector. It should stay nice and shiny besides dust getting on it. Speaking of buttons, the buttons on the projector, I don't really know how they feel really, 'cause I haven't really pressed none of them. I've been using the remote the whole time. As far as the focus and zoom ring, like someone said on their YouTube channel, it does feel kind of cheap and cheesy, but as long as the quality is real good, I don't really care. Well, I do care about the construction, but as long as the construction is decent and non-breakable, as long as the quality is there, I'm happy. And as long as it lasts long, like it's supposed to, then I'm happy. Now, the throw distance I decided to go with was a 100-inch screen. At first, I was more going towards the 85-inch, but I decided to opt for the 100-inch screen just for the hell of it. I didn't actually expect the 100 inches to be that big until I actually measured it, and the screen was already on its way. I was like, damn, okay, this is going to be huge. So I decided to put it in front of my green screen. I got videos of gaming and stuff popping up on the screen as I go through this unboxing video, so be looking out for that. That's going to be popping up soon if it already haven't yet. Let's talk about the quality since we're talking about the actual throw. So it does a good job at throwing a good image and stuff. I recommend you getting the screen. Some people say, well, you can have a white wall or something like that. I recommend you getting the screen. It's a big difference. Speaking of screen, I also got an unboxing on my screen if you want to go check that out. I'll put the links inside the description. So, touch on the quality. Now, me personally, I was skeptical about getting a HD TV or getting a projector coming from using the HD 3D TV and stuff like that from Sony and a lot of other different manufacturers, LG and all that stuff. I'm so used to LCD and LED TVs and stuff like that. So I was super skeptical for a long time. All the way from even when I ordered the projector, I was skeptical. When it was on its way out for delivery, I was skeptical. Even when I was hooking up everything, I mounted the screen, I mounted the projector, took me around 4 to 5 hours altogether, I was still skeptical. But once I turned it on, I still was skeptical. And 2, I plugged it up to my Xbox One, put on Halo 4 inside the Master Chief Collection, start playing around with it. As soon as I adjusted the focus and made it sharp, big ass smile on my face, I was happy. Like I couldn't get the smile off my face. I was smiling for about 5 minutes straight, 5 to 10 minutes straight. I started moving around, inside the shooter game, and no lag, no input lag. I recently had a 4K TV, which had input lag due to, I don't know, some kind of technical stuff with the TV. Right now, 4K TVs aren't made for gaming. They can't handle the input lag that well. Some games did do a good job on my PC with handling the input lag. But for the most part, 4K TVs aren't there yet when it comes to gaming. When it comes to first-person shooters, it won't be able to handle the high movement that you need, the milliseconds that you need, the low milliseconds that you need to game. This projector did a good job. It's as good or better than a TV when it comes to how many milliseconds it takes for your person to move when you move an analog stick or you move a mouse, when you're moving a mouse and stuff like that, to look around and aim and all that stuff. If you've been gaming on a TV like I've been, and you start gaming on this projector, no input lag at all. It's going to be real good. It's actually going to be a little bit better. For what I experienced, it's a little bit better than some HD TVs I had. And that was the main thing I was worried about. I was worried about three main things: the input lag, the quality of the screen, or should I say the quality of the video thrown to the screen, and the rainbow effect. Let's touch on all three of those. Once again, touch on the input lag. There's none. It does a very good job with gaming. On my PC, I got a gaming rig, and I got an Xbox One and a PS3. It does a good job with all those. The quality, adjust the focus on the low focus ring on the projector. It's real sharp. Is it sharper than an HD TV? It's sharper than a lot of HD TVs. Some stuff a projector won't be able to do unless you get up there into like the $5,000 projectors and $2,000 projectors that does really deep blacks where you can't tell the difference between the actual projector screen versus a TV. That's how good the projector does, but you have to be paying a couple $1,000 for those. For this one, the blacks are okay. They're not amazing. You want your room to be dark. The darker your room, the more darker your blacks are going to look. And depends on how you calibrate your projector. You want to calibrate it accordingly so it's not too bright to where the projector is blowing out its own blacks and making them look like that little smoky look instead of that little black ink look. But a projector won't be able to produce those super dark blacks and super bright colors unless you got a $2,000, $800 to $2,000 projector. But this one does do an amazing job. Like, don't think for a second that this projector does a horrible job. No, it is amazing, man. The rainbow effect, that's one thing that's actually present inside most games and some movies. A very slight few movies, I noticed it, but mostly in games. And when you're looking at a black and white image or a black image on top of a white background, you can see it a lot. And it's a white image on top of a black background. You can see it a lot. Only when you move your eyes around, when you're moving your head around while you're looking at a game image, depends on what game it is, you can see it. It kind of does something to your eyes. It's kind of hard to explain how it looks. It's just something that you got to see for yourself. But it's not something that's too distracting to where you can't game on it. And like I said, you shouldn't even be moving your head around that much anyways when you're gaming up on here. But it's not horrible, but it's noticeable. Some people can't handle it at all. I haven't ran into somebody that couldn't handle it, except for somebody that made a YouTube video. But other than that, it's not bad. And it got to the point where you really don't even notice it after a while. So the quality of the image this projector produces is real good. You can set all kind of different distances. I set up real close playing racing games, shooter games. I set medium range, far range, even sitting way far back. It feels natural. It feels like you're watching a regular, like a 55-inch HD TV at a regular distance when you're sitting super far back from this projector. And when I say super far back, I'm talking about 10 feet. And it still feels like you're close to like a 55-inch screen. It still feel like you're gaming on a big screen. And when you sit up close, of course, it feels like you're gaming on like an 85-inch screen. And when you sit all the way up close, it feels like, of course, you're gaming on a 100-inch screen or whatever. But I like gaming at medium distance. Racing games, I like gaming up close because it feels like you're really inside the game. You're moving around, you're passing these cars and stuff like that. Shooter games and horror games and scary games, I like sitting like kind of medium range. And sometimes for the hell of it, I sit far back. Just gaming on a projector is real amazing. I laid down on the floor, just lay back, kicking back, laying down while playing the game, and it feels natural. You can look at the screen from a lot of different angles, and it still look real crisp and sharp without losing any quality and stuff. Like I said, I was laying down on the floor gaming and stuff, and standing up gaming feels real tight and feel real cool and stuff. Cause like, especially playing a first-person shooter and you're standing up in front of this 100-inch screen, it feels more immersive than sitting down. But just imagine playing the Wii up on here, playing the Kinect, playing the PlayStation Move. Like, it'll be amazing. Like, those games, it make those games that much more immersive. So for $5.99 on Amazon.com plus tax, I say it's a very good buy. The screen itself costs a little bit over $100, and the ceiling mount costs around $20 to $30. I say it's worth a buy. If you're a gamer, you're a movie lover, I say it's worth a buy. If you want something that has a bigger throw distance, this one can do up to a 135-inch screen, maybe even 150. 100 is good enough for me, maybe even good enough for you. I don't think people understand how big a 100-inch screen is, especially when they ship that package to you. the screen is actually long. There's nothing that you put together, so you got to take that into perspective. You're actually getting a super long box when you get this shipped to you, a super long one, or whatever. That was what she said. So yeah, man, it's very worth the buy. I recommend a lot of people have this and the HD TV. I still got an HD TV and stuff like that. I say have both of them or whatever, to have one on the fly and, be able to do stuff with. The sound quality of this projector is real good as well. It comes with a 10 watt audio, and it actually does a very good job. Even on the lowest audio setting at 1, it's still loud as hell or whatever with some content. There's not that much bass inside of it, but it's more clear than what I thought. It's real clear. It's actually better than some TVs. It surprised me as well. But I'm getting a surround sound or a sound bar, obviously. But for now, I am been using the built-in speaker. Has 2 HDMI ports, so you may want to get an HDMI switcher or switch. To switch between HDMIs and stuff like that, because it only has 2, no PC input. So thank you guys for watching my unboxing / overview of the Optoma HD141X. I'm really loving this projector. Had it for roughly a week already. It's real good, and I don't really think you'll be disappointed. Especially if you're just like a person that love HD quality. You're not really a HD freak, then this would be all what you need. You wouldn't even need anything else. Me, I'm an HD freak, so I can see the fine details and notice little tiny things that regular people that love just HD gaming and HD movies won't even recognize. But since I'm so much into technology and movies and stuff and film, like I notice tiny things that other people don't notice. So for the people that don't notice the tiny things, trust me, this is just like, I recommend this even for people that do notice. Like, I recommend this for anybody. I can't say. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's very worth the buy. Think about it. The projector is $600 for a decent 85-inch HD TV. You're looking at around almost $2,000 still, even though HD TVs went down in pricing, anywhere between $1,200 to $2,000 for a decent 85-inch screen. You're getting a 100-inch screen plus, if you want to, plus. Slightly less quality than an HD TV as far as crispness and shadow details, like the crisp dark shadows. Other than that, this projector does a good job. I had to get burnt out and put this up on there.
That's the end of it, folks.
Open up that.
I pressed the wrong thing. I pressed B.
That's your last lap?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was in first place too, man. You haven't bothered me. I was there.